Hey, what's up, guys? It's Foster here, just really fast before we get started with the show. I just wanted to tell you that we are closing applications for our pronunciation and conversation course, Sound School, on Tuesday, March 12th. Alexia and I work personally with each student, so we can only accept a limited number of students at a time. So if you're really serious about your English, you should check it out before March 12th, and we will talk more about Sound School at the end of this episode if you're interested. Okay, let's get on with the show.
Oi pessoal, tudo bem? Eu tô aqui para falar sobre o nosso querido cupom de desconto, quer dizer, desconto não, nosso querido cupom que te dá uma aula de graça lá no Cambly. Então você que tá querendo focar em conversação e querer melhorar o seu inglês, ou pelo menos dar aquele primeiro passo para perder a vergonha, vá lá no cambly.com ou no aplicativo do Cambly, procura no menu, em Referral Code, tem Inglês no Cru Podcast, tá? É só escrever isso direitinho, Inglês no Cru Podcast. Dessa forma, você vai fazer parte de uma plataforma online de ensino de inglês maravilhosa, que é o nosso querido parceiro Cambly, que tem o logo mais bonitinho que eu já vi, que é aquele passarinho. Eu acho que é um passarinho, né? Tucano.
I think it's a parrot, but if you're Brazilian, you can say a toucan, sure.
Então, Cambly, eu não sei qual é o nome do logo que vocês usam, mas tudo bem. E é isso. Então, vai lá no cambly.com ou no aplicativo do Cambly, coloca em Referral Code Inglês no Cru Podcast. E a gente vai agora começar com o nosso querido episódio.
Exactly. If you want to speak English, you got to speak to English speakers. Go to cambly.com, English no Cru Podcast, free English. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? Let's get on with the show. Alexia,
Foster.
we have been talking about work, business English, generalist, and specialist. Our last episode, we talked about generalist, and you finished right when we turned the mics off by saying, eu não sou boa em nada. Ninguém
No
vai me
one would
contratar.
hire me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we are going to make the case for being a specialist. So this is a little bit more difficult for me because I tend to lean towards the generalist argument, but the specialists have a lot going for them. So how do you want to start this?
You can tell me very good things about how a specialist is.
Okay, the coolest thing about being a specialist, when I say specialist, I mean being an expert in something. That means being in the top 5% world class in something, right?
Mm-hmm.
You immediately can add value and solve people's problems. If you think about business, if you think about almost anything, what do you want? You want people to solve your problems in the most efficient and most valuable way possible. A specialist can do that for you out of the box. It's awesome. Your response.
I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing how people can understand so much about one subject. Like, I don't know, coding is something that I have no idea. I don't understand at all, and I think it's magic. I took like 2 classes during college, but I don't understand. I
Okay.
know the basics, but
Yeah, perfect example. I'm glad you mentioned this, and I know I'm going to get in trouble because a lot of our listeners are coders or developers or they work in technology. But this is a great example that I think really illustrates the specialist dilemma. So right now, in 2019, you can learn how to code, just spend hours and hours every day at your computer and learn how to code in one specific language and get really, really good at it, right?
mm-hmm.
And if you are a really good coder, you can make money right now almost anywhere in the world. That's
Lots
awesome.
of it.
Yeah, in most cases, coding salaries are pretty good at the moment. So that's an excellent, excellent example of, hey, learn to code, make money, done. But on the other hand, you see a lot of things that are kind of, I don't want to say automation. I don't want to sound too like robot AI, artificial intelligence is going to take everything over. But things like Squarespace, WordPress, these, it's not very hard to make a website nowadays, you know? It took me like 3 years, but I'm an idiot. But you can apply that to almost any expert position and say, what about when these things start to change? You know? Think about doctors. Let's say a radiologist. Pretty soon, if this is not already happening, I think a machine will be able to do that.
No, take for example one of the surgeries that my mom had to do it. She had to cut part of her intestine,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like more or less 10 years ago, the surgery, and already 10 years ago it was all robot. It was like they didn't have to cut all her belly. They could make just 2 small points on
Mm-hmm.
her belly, and with a robot inside of it, they cut it, and that's it.
Yeah, we would say 2 small incisions.
Incisions.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. So, one big thing, okay, positive thing, specialists, experts in general are very highly valued in the market and just in general. Like if you are a specialist teacher on, I don't know, 17th century history in Vietnam, then when people need to know about that, they go to you and they pay you well to do that, right? On the other hand, what happens when that situation changes? So that's kind of one of the good and bad things of it. I think another really cool, beneficial thing about being an expert in something is I just think it's an intrinsically good thing to go deep into a subject.
Yeah, I like this. I was I was thinking about my life and how much I know about a specific thing, and I got sad because I don't know.
Yeah. Again, this is not a therapy session for us. This is this is English no crew work
Yeah,
done.
but you make me think about it.
Yeah.
And maybe this is a gap in my life that I need to fulfill.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking about this right now, but I am listening to this online course called Music in the Brain, which Alexia is already laughing because I talk about it like every 30 seconds. But it is just how our brain reacts to music, and it's fascinating. Everyone should take it. But I think that most experts, that expertise just magically moves into other parts of your life. Like they were doing all of these studies with children that had to learn instruments when they were young, like the children whose parents forced them to play violin for like 8 hours a day, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And those children were automatically way better in the future at a lot of other things, including language, but just a lot of like general skill. Leave it in. Leave it in. Just like a lot of general cognition skills. So when you think you're just playing piano all day, you are actually training all of these different parts of your brain, and there is something positive about that.
Yeah, with dance as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So if all you do all day is dance ballet, you have all of these ancillary benefits, you know?
Yeah, that's very true. Well, but Yeah, I don't know. I wish that I know that it's not like 880 that you had to be a specialist or you had to be a generalist. I think that you can find the middle
We,
situation.
we would say the middle ground, and also because you always say oito, como que é?
8 ou 80.
Oito ou oitenta. We would say all or nothing, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you have to. You must have a middle ground.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah. So, Alexia, can I tell you my vision for the future?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in the future, this is what I believe that everyone will have to be experts in certain things, not necessarily like world class specialists, but you will have to be particularly good at certain things. Like, let's say in your case, in production or in customer service, you need to have experience and a lot of value in those areas, but you also have to be just the general jack of all trades who can make things happen because the world is becoming more and more uncertain, more unstable, especially in terms of the economy and the financial sector.
That's very true.
That's what I think, and I'm sure in like 1 year we will listen to this and say, what was Foster talking about?
Or Foster is right.
That is all English no Rádio is just a big chance on me sounding like a genius or an idiot, and you always just sounding like a cute, lovely Brazilian girlfriend.
Oh, amor, you're not an idiot.
I think that's a great place to end.
Okay, so I see you in the next episode.
Okay, ciao.
Bye.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Foster from Inglês no Rádio. You know that. Thanks for listening to another episode of Inglês no Rádio. Seriously, it is amazing. We love you. So I just wanted to tell you guys really quick about one of the coolest things we do in Sound School, which is personalized feedback. So if you really think about this doesn't really exist in most places. In Sound School, you have a native professional teacher, who in this case is me, who you can send audios to each week, and I will give you my precise feedback about which sounds you are saying correctly, which words you are having difficulties with, how to correct your mistakes. I can tell you precisely what to do in your mouth to change these difficulties that you have in English. It's just one of the coolest things that we do in Sound School, and we think it is fundamental to making an amazing English experience. So with that said, it is raining, so I'm going to stop, but Sound School, we are closing for new students on March 12th, so if you're interested, sign up now.